What is up, everybody? It's over Steve here today. So we're going to talk about an article from Pure Xbox and how the former Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé says game industry is better because of Xbox. And then the guy who posted this says, everyone knows Xbox made the game industry better. Well, everyone except the PlayStation fanatics, because yeah, that is the only group that doesn't want to give the Xbox any type of praise whatsoever. But yeah, even the president, well, the former president of Nintendo said, hey, Xbox, the game industry is where it is today because of Xbox. Xbox played a major contribution to that to this day. So this is the actual article. So apparently they were celebrating, it was the Xbox 20th anniversary event, and they had a panel hosted by the former Nintendo of America president, Reggie Fils-Aimé. So Reggie was there to have a discussion with Xbox pioneers. He shared his thoughts about how the Xbox brand has come in over 20 years. Then he says, the moment in time of the launch, the moment in time now, 20 years later, the industry is better because of the Xbox launch. I passionately believe that, and the fact there are all of these companies making all of this wonderful content. The ecosystem is so robust, Xbox is a big part of that. Yeah, so I'm like, all the big companies play a big part in why the industry is the way it is today. So it's just funny how the former guy at Nintendo can give Xbox's credit, but these Sony fanboys just can't do that. That's fascinating. But let's read some of these comments. Like the first comment you see is a Saudi comment right here. So he says, Xbox has never won a gen, and its console exclusive games don't even contend for a game of the year for such a long time. Damn. It's already a Saudi comment. Like, what does it got to do with Xbox contributing to the game industry? Okay. It's not always about winning. Without Xbox, you not have your PS5 with haptic and adaptive triggers, or even 3D audio. They wouldn't have PSN if it was for Xbox or hard drives, or the trophies they love to boast about. That is true. The Xbox/Sony rivalry absolutely made games better. Xbox Live normalized online games and digital marketplaces on consoles. First baked in hard drives for consoles, pushing graphics and game systems forward. Hell, even offering third-party another platform that was valuable. If you don't see how Xbox has made gaming better, you need to expand your horizons. Xbox Live, free cloud saves, achievements, elite controller, cloud gaming, play anywhere Game Pass. Just the game world has seen innovation after innovation from Xbox, leading the way to a better gaming experience. Ethernet connection and internal hard drive storage. Okay. This guy says, as a PlayStation fan, I agree 100%, but perhaps not for the same reasons. LOL. Despite what some may think about the current trajectory of games like Halo and Gears, these games were revolutionary. Yeah, definitely were revolutionary games in their own right. Of course it did. No one denies that. It would suck if game industry was run by only two companies. We all need a third place, and Xbox has been filling that spot. I've been really good at it. Third place, okay. Competition creates innovation. PlayStation equals Goku, the most popular. Nintendo equals Brawly, the unique powerhouse. While Xbox equals Vegeta, a good punching bag. Wow. So you're getting a few Saudi comments in this thread right here. What people don't understand is that if PlayStation didn't have any competition, like Xbox, they could do whatever they wanted and get away with it. People are not happy with the total increase in games, but without competition, they could do that every year. Yeah, you might be paying like $100 for a single-player game if Xbox wasn't around. Piracy would be worse then. The gaming industry is amazing because it has all Xbox, PlayStation, PC, etc. The mere fact that Bill Gates uses contacts to push the broadband infrastructure in the U.S. What does that have to do with Xbox? What? Okay. And Sony uses Microsoft for its online play? Not really. It's only because of the Xbox 360 beating the PS3 in most categories that pushed Sony to blow everyone away with the PS4. So now it's been good for them too. Gaming is best when everything is together and available. Be it Xbox, PlayStation, PC, etc. is for all. So this guy just says Microsoft sucks. Let's look at the lack of innovation in sports, video games due to the lack of competition. Competition is good for the consumer. Honestly, Xbox has been doing so many good things, like with working on backwards compatibility. That's always irked me with Sony with the PS4 not being able to play the PS1 and the PS3 library in some capacity. Well, you can play it through PS Now with Game Stream, but I don't think most people want to stream their video games. I think they'd rather just download it like how Xbox is doing it. Gaming is better because of the big three. Nintendo makes fun, lighthearted games like Animal Crossing that would not fly on Xbox or PlayStation. PlayStation makes the best single-player experiences. Xbox has Game Pass and are making games much more accessible. All three are thriving. Didn't PlayStation make gaming better with the single-player games and Xbox with Game Pass? The industry is better with Nintendo. The industry is better with Xbox. The industry is better with PlayStation. That's the actual truth. They look at gaming through one lens. They don't broaden their horizon. I imagine they live their life the same, never questioning anything and just following the herd. Obviously, a console brand spanning 20 years made the gaming industry better. Why is this even a headline? Because some people like to trash Xbox on a daily basis and complain about everything that Xbox does that say that their plastic box is better. So that's probably why it's a headline. And I like to say that Xbox has no games too. So that's probably why it's a headline. Isn't Nintendo the only middle ground in the console wars? Gets popcorn ready for when console fanatics blow that neutral statement so far out of proportion they go back in time as somehow responsible for the sinking of the Lusitania. Okay. Nah, I just keep the good vibes. I hate all this fighting. Well, someone has to be in last place. Wow. Look, just stop mentioning PlayStation Fanatic in your tweet is cringe and definitely not helping. Tweet about Xbox only, maybe tweet about games and stuff. It hurts you because he is right and reminds you of what you are. So PlayStation Fanatic, okay. He's 100% right. If it weren't for Xbox Live / Halo CE in 2001, the modern online landscape would not exist in nearly the same scope. Be prepared for triggered fanboys. We already saw a few of them so far. Xbox Live was and will forever be the game changer, and then add in achievements. Console wars cringe. Understand that each side is acceptable in its own way is based. Okay. Every company has their place. I can imagine modern day gaming would be the same without any of them. Yeah, without any, yeah. Especially like without Nintendo. It's like a lot of people hate Nintendo too. They say it's too kiddie, but it's like they make a lot of good games in Nintendo. A lot of classics there. So yeah, I say without any of the big three, we would kind of suck. Or let's, yeah, we definitely kind of suck if we were missing any one of these the big three. Let's not pretend that Xbox didn't normalize online subscription to play games. Normalizing the games as a service and normalizing quantity over quality. Okay, like PlayStation wouldn't go that route. Okay. So he legit believes that PlayStation wouldn't be charging you for a line if Xbox didn't exist. Okay. It sure as F wasn't during the Xbox One generation. Wow. To be fair, Sony came before Xbox, and the PlayStation 2 is the most selling console to date. Absolutely add innovation to the ginger space and took a huge step from the lead that Cepha tried to take with the Dreamcast. Okay. Good for you, but that's your opinion. Borderline worship PlayStation. I borderline worship PlayStation, but I have nothing wrong with Xbox. If you adore Xbox, good for you. Have fun. Xbox been literally robbing us for years, charging for stuff that should have been free. How did they even find a post like this and just be salty about it? Jeez. Okay, so he says Xbox was in charge of stuff that should have been free. Meanwhile, Sony is charging y'all $10 for these director cuts. It's like, really? They charge you $7 for these director cuts. And for features that should be, next gen features that should be free. But let's complain about Xbox. Like, what is up with these guys? Let's be real. And he comes back against us. Let's be real. Xbox Series X isn't that good. I have two and it's always recessed itself and graphics are not that great. So he bought two of them? I don't even understand that. So he didn't just buy one, but he bought a second one and then complain that they're not that great. The graphics are not that great. Compared to what? Like a PC? I don't even know. Let's just continue. How though? They have pioneered chargers for online play and plenty of other BS. So I like how there was some wholesome comments at first about people saying, hey, Xbox has definitely changed gaming. Now you just see the salty comments. Just nothing but salty comments in this. And I wouldn't even think about seeing salty comments in this video. But yeah, it's just amazing how they can have their salty asses over here in this comment, this thread right here talking about Xbox. It's just not shocking at this point. Game Pass achievements, continuous backwards compatibility, cross-platform play. Their games might not take everyone to the cleanest, but it's ideas and features like the preceding that Xbox helped push to keep gamers playing games. Okay. I don't believe it made it better because the Xbox is just reminding Microsoft got into the gaming console business as a rival to PlayStation and to make money out of it. It's great that they did it because of the games. Way to fuel the console war. What is this, 2008? Both are great and have their benefits and drawbacks. Gaming is gaming. Move on. At Twitter, can you please fix this gaming news top to deliver actual real gaming news of console war BS? Once again, bots taking things out of context. Crazy how folks worship a platform to point out one all the platforms to vanish. Boys with toys, okay. What is this? The next 2 years are going to be a phenomenon in the game world. Xbox for the damn win. The console wars between both sides is just stupid. And everyone knows PlayStation did too, except the Xbox fanatics. As a PlayStation gamer, I am grateful to Xbox because they have kept PlayStation in check when they have gotten ahead of themselves, PS3, and delivered a well-deserved beating that put them back on the track of being the undisputed market leader with the best games and studios. What? No one denies that the competition makes everything better. He didn't say Xbox is the best thing to happen to gaming. Ease your heart on a little. Okay. People like you don't make the industry a better place, though. Jeez. What? PlayStation made gaming better. Nintendo made gaming better. Xbox made gaming better. The only thing that made it worse is the effing fanboys. Xbox has always been more innovative than Sony. Sony just copy features they like from Xbox all the time. It does kind of have a point. Like, Sony does copy a lot of people, a lot of companies. Reggie was paid by Microsoft to host the event, you Xbot. Anything he said during the roundtable was not his own personal words. And no, wait. Everyone knows Microsoft has been a cancer to gaming. Wow. What? What is this comment? Introduced paid online, microtransactions, and created the malicious brand of console wars. Xbox equals forever last place brand synonymous with toxicity. PlayStation is synonymous with gaming. Only Microsoft tried online DRM. Trash Pass equals attempt to kill off physical media. Only Microsoft buys publishers. Xbox equals the worst thing that ever happened to gaming. Can't wait when Xbox getting beaten out of gaming. This guy takes the cake for the most saltiest comment. Jeez. How salty can you possibly be? He wants Xbox out of gaming. He says the worst thing that ever happened to gaming. Wow, this guy is super salty. Ponies will admit F all because there's a security blanket that helps them sleep at night. I see the staunch PlayStation F Xbox because my brand loyalist pony crowd dying a slow, painful death. Okay. True, getting the Xbox and its S fanbase getting kicked to the arse by mighty PlayStation is a sight to behold. Thank you, Xbox, for existing. I'm just surprised there's so many salty comments in this one thing right here. This is pretty ridiculous. Die-hard fanboys are the problem. All you haters either shut the hell up. They both play video games, deal with it. At the end of the day, PC can do more all around, but consoles are more accessible. Honestly, I think PlayStation players ruined a lot in gaming. All they effing do is be and complain. Ponies only want Xbox to fail so they can say PlayStation won. That's all these pathetic coders care about. Stop believing this. Stop believing like this guy says. Just enjoy whatever you like and share with other brands. Console war is trash and toxic like this dude and all PlayStation Nintendo Ultra fanatics. Okay. Well, that was interesting. We read some interesting comments about... And this all stemmed from Reggie Fils-Aimé saying Xbox made the industry better, but he had a lot of salt in his comment, which I wasn't expecting to read some salty comments, but there was definitely a lot of salt in these comment sections, so definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this statement. Do you agree with Reggie Fils-Aimé when he says Xbox made the game industry better? Let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like for this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.